is rolling, as is my local recording. So.
Hello, please.
Down the line.
We do it.
I'm gonna go from the bottom up this time.
What?
He's changing it up on us, guys.
Actually, I'm not. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
What? You're not gonna go from the bottom up?
Yeah, I'm going from the bottom up this time. So,
Who's the bottom?
Schlessel, are you?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
All right.
What?
Oni,
Hang on. No, I'm apparently not. What is happening?
Oh my god. Oh, you're fucking up my whole thing.
What the fuck?
God. Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, I'm recording now. I don't know what that was.
Audacity has the audacity yet
Weird.
again.
Oh, okay, I'm recording now.
Okay. Oni, are you recording?
Yes, I am.
Jess, are you recording?
Uh-huh.
Jasmine, are you recording?
Yes, sir.
I'm Grapes, are you recording?
Yeah.
Pause for suspense.
I mean, the last one always has to pause. That's the rule.
Yes.
I don't make the rules. Yes, I do. Anyway.
Yeah, I couldn't do the dramatic pause because you had me go first.
You could have still paused.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, since we're all going, sync clap. And then, here we go.
So on 3.
God.
Son of a bitch.
He's gonna take a plane and find you.
Come at me, bro.
Choke you up.
All right, Jay.
Joke's on you. I'm into that shit.
I do know how to do that.
Anytime Regulus critically fails a shot and it's at all feasible, he shoots Utuk.
Oh no.
No, anytime Regulus critically fails, there will be a nearby dog.
Cool. Not
That's
cool.
a reward.
Anyway, alright, sync clap. In 3, 2, 1. Our story begins, as such stories often do, with our heroes fucking off and killing time.
It sounds legit.
Not fucking around and finding out.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So,
And leaving the tavern as was so clearly obvious we should have been doing this whole time.
It was my BFF Meredith that said, "Yo, here's a big ass fucking note. ETFO."
It's the note said, "Dear players, get the fuck out of the tavern. Love, James." XOXO.
Look, you were supposed to realize that coming back after the curfew, which is in the thing, is no, not really. You're supposed to.
It was
Again,
so
I
obvious.
must say, Regulus's plan is to wait until after curfew and see what happens.
Yeah.
Has been the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, we did say we could wait inside till after curfew.
But
Yeah,
then
but
the lady was like,
if they're
"Hey,
planning
get the
on
fuck
doing
out."
anything illegal, they're not going to do it while the cops are there.
Exactly.
It's true.
We're asking them random fucking questions about like, so tell us, like, how many people are usually in the bar at this time?
Yes.
So.
How many seditious conspiracies are you planning right now?
Yeah.
Are you breaking any laws? You have to answer. You have to say yes if I ask that.
I'm a cop. You have to answer truthfully.
It's illegal to lie to me.
And if I think you're lying,
you can.
Off of your head.
It's illegal to lie to me, and if I think you're lying to me, it's not illegal to beat you with a phone book so you don't have any bruises.
right? Well, I mean, I'm allowed to leave bruises because, I mean, who's going to stop me?
Oh yeah, no, not leaving bruises isn't for legality. It's so that later, if they try to be like, "You beat me up," they can't prove it.
There's nothing to see. They don't see anything.
I would have been like, yes, so. Guy was a putz.
I meant like in court.
Court? Listen, I don't do court.
Whatever.
I don't need to go to
is
court.
not a valid legal defense.
Look,
is what I'm saying.
Asmodeus's will holds up holy symbol.
Yeah, and Asmodeus' will is follow the fucking laws in this country, or I will skin you.
It's also subjugate my lessers
true, but
tyrannically.
within the confines of the law.
Look, it's not against the law to beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, it is.
Show me. Look, I am the law, all right?
Uktuk is like, get me the law book and point to
Give me
it.
the law book and prove it so I can change it.
One day as a cop, and he's already drunk with power.
Oh,
mean,
that's
that's all it
Uktuk,
takes.
baby.
Anyway, so
Look, you've been promised we'd be the Gestapo, and we have not put one person in a van to disappear yet.
no, you haven't.
We're slacking on our quotas, all
I
right?
have at no point stopped you from doing that either.
Yeah, but you've been implying that we shouldn't.
So that's my job.
He
No, it's
he
not.
wants to
You
guide
should
us.
be like, yes, do it, see what happens.
My entire job as a GM is to
Yes.
imply there could be negative
Yes.
consequences for things, and then if you do
We
it
have
anyway,
choices.
we play it out. Like,
I mean, I know that there'll be a negative consequence. You don't need to remind me.
anyway.
Okay.
I just want to
So-
do it for funsies.
So we return to the tavern after dark.
The tavern after dark.
Well, we don't have
So-
a thing at the shrine. Okay,
I mean, do you want to? Because you can.
a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. if
I want to know what's going on at
go
the shrine.
So I take it I was right that nothing significant happens while I'm watching.
Correct.
I want to know what's up at the shrine.
It's a shrine.
Yeah, what's up with it?
God,
It
it's a
exists.
shrine.
Candles are lit.
Riveting.
Yeah, like that's why I kind of glossed over it. Like there's not really anything interesting there unless you make something interesting. So like,
I mean,
if there's something you want to do there, you
I mean,
go right ahead.
paint me a picture, man.
It's a shrine. Like
He's really making you put the work in, Jail.
All right, fine. I guess we'll just skip to 2 hours later. That's fine. No, that's okay.
Give him a passing monk or something.
I mean, like
Incense.
I guess I just sit there and pray and Serial watches.
Yeah.
that's why I was saying like if there's an interaction you want to have there, go right ahead and do it. But like, there's not going to be anything of note with the shrine itself. That's what I meant by
What-
like.
I mean,
it's
like,
not,
what does it look like? The person Grapes does not know what an Asmodean shrine looks like.
Okay, so it is a small, like open air kind of thatched roof. Like, if you've ever seen a nativity scene,
Mhm.
like that kind of mostly open thatched roof structure. Inside is a small marble altar with a tanned goat hide laid across it as a tablecloth.
Okay.
On top of which is a like 3-foot-ish tall like obsidian statue of Asmodeus like reclined on a throne, holding a contract in one hand and a goblet in the other.
He's in
there is
good
also a
taste.
small box of incense provided that you could place and light at the statue were you so inclined.
All right.
And then on the floor in front of the altar is the large 5-pointed Asmodean star marked on the ground in red paint.
All right. Well, he like, you know, wipes down the altar, like cleans it up if it's messy at all, like if it's got dust and shit on it. Cleans it.
It's outdoor. There's probably some road dust and ash from incense and stuff like that.
Like wipes it down and like he lights some incense, then draws some blood into as sacrifice to Asmodeus.
Yeah, is placed there is stained with many other people having done exactly that.
While he's praying, Suriel's just gonna kind of keep a watch out the window, seeing who may or may not pass by.
Remember, I described this as being an open air kind of thing, right?
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Look, that
No
I'm
windows.
just gonna look out the invisible window.
I gaze out through the hole where a wall might be in a structure.
Yes. Gonna see if anyone, passes by, see where people are going. Looking out. Not for anything in particular.
You see a few people kind of hurrying back from wherever they were to get inside before the sun fully sets.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, like once the sun fully sets and it's truly dark, the church in the town square, the bell rings. It rings 4 times, which is the signal for, hey everybody, get the fuck inside because curfew.
I don't follow those rules.
Well, yeah, obviously you're exempt. You're the one
Yeah.
enforcing the curfew. How
I'm
could you
just
do that
gonna
if you weren't allowed outside?
just if wow, let me try that again. If Uktuk says anything, so I'm just kind of listen and see if she hears any prayers. She's mostly curious and doesn't want to disturb him.
Yeah, Uktuk, what language are you saying your prayers in?
Oh, clearly infernal.
Ah, I understand that.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I figured.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can follow it.
Pretty much the prayer is along the lines of how my eternal soul is his, and his terrifying grace will one day rule all as it once has and should be. And then like it's clearly like said in a way that's been said time and time again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suriel, this might kind of strike something deep in the core of your being, considering that the blood of hell flows through your veins, and this language is one that you didn't have to learn when you were a kid. Like, you were born knowing this language.
Yeah. While he's praying and speaking with Asmodeus, Cyril's just gonna get a little bit introspective on everything that's happened and what she's doing and why she's doing it. Just recentering herself, essentially. It's good to have a quiet moment.
Just behind her eyes, it's swimming in a Scrooge McDuck pool of gold coins.
It's like an airplane.
Someday this will be mine.
Yes. Look, I got 75 gold to my name, bitch.
Burn this 2-horse town to the ground.
I could do so much.
So
This
when
2-horse
Uktu
and 1 Saint Bernard town.
So when Uktuk wraps up his prayer, he'll turn to Suriel and say, "Would you too like to offer prayer?"
She'll just kind of come back to herself, taking a bit to process what he just said. She was so deep in thought. She'll sigh, looking at the ground a bit. I don't exactly worship a god at the moment. Just looking at every little thing. I like to have as much information as possible before I make a decision. So at the moment, no. But thank you for the offer. Kind of cool listening to you.
So Suriel is a tiefling, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way to tell what type of bloodline the tiefling is?
It's kind of hard to tell with tieflings just because what traits do and don't carry through are super random, even at the time when like that blood got mixed into the human parentage, and what form the creature was in at the time is also kind of impossible to determine. So, like, tieflings are born with just a random assortment of features.
Could I like make a lore health check just to take a shot in the dark, just to see if I can hazard a guess?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask her about knowing Infernal inherently, like, that'll point you towards more of a Hellborn one versus like a demon or something more on the chaotic side that would know Abyssal.
Okay. Well, he doesn't prod that. He just wanted to like see if he could estimate a guess by looking at her.
I'll let you roll for it and see what comes up. I mean,
Nope. Natural one. No idea.
yeah, you are positive that she is in fact an Oni.
It's a demon.
Perfect.
Like demons from
Wait a
the
minute.
part of the world that
Wait a
definitely isn't
minute.
China.
Oni, are you an Oni?
We're not supposed to let the people know. God. You actually do see, even when you're studying Surreal, probably something you didn't notice before. Her tail, it's kind of, I won't say scorpionish, but if you want to imagine like stinger type, it's kind of like that. And there's a cut in it right before it splits off into a second little hooked part. And at the major part of the hook, it's tipped in gold. It's probably really expensive to get that done.
Yeah.
At a
And,
glance, you're very interesting. I would like to get to know you a little better later on.
She's just gonna squint, looking Uktuk up and down, and she's gonna do a sense motive. She doesn't know what he means. It can mean many things. And she's terrible at reading people.
roll for is he trying to smash?
Right? That's a 24. The
Alright.
one thing she's
So
good at.
with a 24, what read does she get on Uktuk?
I don't know. What do I have to roll to counter that?
Are you trying in any way to conceal your intentions?
Well, being a person of the Asmodean faith, I always am.
Then roll a deception.
You know what's really funny?
21.
We both have the lie to me feat.
We do both have lie to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Uktuk is not trying to smash.
well, he's trying to smash literally, but not you.
Yeah.
No, Uktuk is not trying to smash because Grapes doesn't play games like that.
Well, no, I said literally try to smash, like, with your mace.
Right,
But
yeah.
not her.
Right.
Just trying to get it. Shut up, Jess.
Yeah, and to address the comment earlier in the chat, yes, the incense does smell of sulfur because it's Asmodeus.
Surreal's gonna.
Brimstone.
Brimstone is nice. Sulfur, not so much.
They're kind of the same
I like brimstone a little. It's not as stinky.
thing.
Surreal, after looking Uktuk up and down a bit, says, I mean, as long as you ask the right questions and don't prod too much in the beginning, I think we'll be fine. She's gonna turn and start walking towards the general direction of where Charlie is, because Charlie didn't say where they were gonna go. Did she?
Uktuk just chuckles and says, "One thing you'll know about Bane. part of the Asmodean faith. We always get what we want to know.
I like you. She'll trudge on ahead.
What was that? I didn't catch it.
Oh, she said, I'm kind of starting to like you. My voice was cracking, sorry.
Guess we both head back then.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Meanwhile,
Regulus, while you're on the roof, just for the whole period you're there, roll me a perception, please.
Regulus on the roof.
You got it, Chief.
We need to make a theme song.
wait.
Regulus got an 11.
Oof.
Does Regulus know how to play the violin?
No.
Oh,
Damn it.
okay.
Yeah, Regulus, during your watch, you do not notice anybody enter or leave the bar, except you see a couple of people cross the road to use the privy. And also a couple of people just go out back and piss on the wall.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
We're not within 100 yards of a church, school, or government building, so it's not explicitly legal.
Well,
It's
hold
also
on.
not explicitly illegal.
Hold on. Any tavern could be considered a church of Kalen Caden.
It does not contain a shrine to him, so it doesn't count.
Why not? That's weird.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, the owner of the bar is a follower of Iomade, so you can do the math on that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Man, am I bad at
they
math.
want to have some good brew. They need to have the proper shrine.
He's like, I'm just trying to help them out.
Just trying to help them out. They're the fools here, not me.
Yeah, very conscientious of local businesses. Not a side that I was expecting.
Hey, local businesses pays taxes.
That's true.
The better the business, the better the taxes.
Yeah.
True.
So,
My Google is talking to me.
any other things we want to do before we come back later?
Regulus will not blow up his spot to arrest these people.
Good job, Regulus.
Yeah. Good for you. Character growth.
It took
Only
much
thing
power of will.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Wow.
Go ahead, Jess.
The only thing I would do was when walking down the road with Victoria, be to kind of get a closer look at if I could tell if recognize who's peering out through the second floor window, and if there's more eyes peering out, I can see closer the butchery.
Yeah, so I will let you do a perception to see if there are other eyes following you as you move around. Recognize a person. We already kind of like you were kind of fortunate to notice them at all.
Mm.
They are taking pains to be hidden.
So just seeing if there's any extra eyes following us.
Yeah, you can roll for that.
It's a 26, natural 19.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have nothing to give you. There doesn't seem to be anybody else watching you.
Okay. It's fine. So then I would figure just kind of walk. I get a looky-loo, and then maybe just kind of like find a bench for like half an hour, then just get up and start walking back, and just small talk. Be like, so what's your full name? Where are you from? How old are you? Victoria.
Is this a job interview?
Perhaps.
It's
Like to be?
interview.
It's awfully weird.
No. Perhaps I'm a little weird.
Oh, I'd say without a doubt that you are. But I've found that some of the weirdest people tend to be the most interesting.
Well, you have to be friends with me anyway because I gave you a bottle of booze. So there.
I would argue that. You're completely right.
Did give me alcohol. You did feed my addiction, so thank you.
Hell yeah.
That's how friendships grow.
Right?
Codependence is the basis for all good relationships.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then I would just go, oh, keep your secrets. I'll find them out anyway. And I'll just get up and start walking back.
Nice
All
reference.
right. So, as we begin to congregate again outside the last stand for our, third time at this point?
Mm-hmm.
You count the posting of the decree in the first place. Everybody roll me another perception.
Okie dokie. Perception.
21.
19.
15.
8. It's
Charlie
fine,
with the good perception checks.
right?
Regulus
human,
got a 12.
All right. Regulus is still emotionally recovering from not arresting people for indecent exposure. And Suriel, maybe you're just distracted doing forensics on your conversation with Uktuk.
Yeah. What the fuck
But
did he
Victoria
mean?
and Charlie, you both notice that when you come back, the crowd inside the last stand is significantly rowdier.
Mhm.
There seems to be a lot more noise coming from within the establishment.
Okay.
Well, that can't be legal.
Oh, definitely not.
Regulus didn't see anybody enter or exit.
Uh-oh.
So it could just be that the same 7 customers are now shithoused and singing along like it's karaoke night.
Or they have a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Just kidding. Anyway, they might have something.
A thing that is possible.
We didn't get to investigate around inside a lot, so.
You're just going to see all these
I
fun
mean,
powers
like-
just in effect, and then she'll just. We're going to have Steven crawl back out of her familiar, out of his familiar house bag thing, and Charlie's eyes are going to go milk white again as she lets him go through to kind of do a pair of feet count again.
Alrighty then. I am not going to make you roll a stealth check for this time because everyone within is going to be very distracted.
Okay.
Yeah, and Steven is going to count now 21 pairs of shoes.
Jeez.
Okay. Can Steven show me through his eyes any type of podium or speaker of any type that's...
Yeah. So I just went with the shoe count because that's what you specified you're looking at. Yeah, if you just look
gotcha.
around the room, the same Kagan and the 2 servers and Kells are all still there, but there are now 16 customers within the establishment, and everybody is loudly and badly singing along to Kells' pretty solid rendition of Piano Man.
Okay, he gets an extra point for that one. That's a
But yeah,
Piano Man's a good one.
there are 16 customers within this establishment now, a flagrant violation of local ordinances.
Okay. So then I'll have Steven come back, slither up my leg back into his satchel. My eyes will blink back to its regular green color. Well. So there are a total of 16 customers in there right now.
Bullshit.
Regulus, I saw nobody.
And then I'll look up to Regulus and I'll go, "Did you hear that?"
I hear lots of stuff.
So perhaps something hidden.
I'm putting a GIF in the chat just because I can't not think about it right now.
We got him.
Yeah.
No.
Pew, pew, pew.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
And then I'll just say, "Well, he's such a naughty boy."
Isn't he exempt from the decree?
No, the exemption allows people to come and go directly from between their homes and the business after
It just-
curfew. It does not
not the
exempt
amount
him
of
from the
people.
head count
Oh,
or
okay.
occupancy limits.
Right. I think we should just kick down the door and raid them.
Okay.
Going to need a slower approach than that, I'd say.
Shoot them?
No. Do you guys not? Okay.
Regulus, you're still on the roof. Are you participating in this conversation?
Yeah.
How?
Good ears?
But like,
Just has his head
You
poking out over
don't
this
have
head.
ears.
like I know Charlie could say I cast message, but Regulus doesn't get to make that decision. That's why I'm asking.
I can also say you can reply to this message.
Regulus, just get down here.
Regulus's ears are in question.
Yeah.
Charlie
I
will
mean,
hold out.
You know, he could, like, be stage whispering down there.
How did
Regulus,
9
just get-
people enter this
just
building on your watch?
Just get down here, Regulus.
I don't think they did.
There. She'll,
Regulus,
so
get down
Charlie
here.
will just say "Father," and she'll hold out her apron, just kind of as like for him to fall into, and I'll be like, "Just fall." They're
That's your
trust
Regulus. And I don't
Suriel's
kiss
gonna go investigating again, seeing if she can see. Wow, that was hard to say. If anyone actually walked in and out of any of the doors or walked around the area, seeing if she can find footprints.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll me survival.
Survival. Oh, thank God I put training, and that's a natural 20.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it.
Thank
Okay.
God I put some training into that.
You can say with absolute certainty that besides the few people who are coming and going to the privy, nobody has entered or exited through either of the doors that you know about.
Suriel's gonna turn to everybody and be like, "There's definitely something else going on here. There's only a couple footprints and not enough for 8 other people to walk into this building, especially without someone on the roof not noticing."
Yeah, I could have told you that. Did you call me father?
Yes, yes, I did.
Regulus, get down here.
Charlie has called you father for a while now.
Not
Throws
in
a
character
pebble
to
at you.
Regulus.
Here.
Yeah,
Eh.
I don't think you've said it in character to him. But
Really?
it's very
Okay.
funny.
Yeah, no, this is the first time, and it's great.
Be like, "You ain't my kid."
Yes, I am. What are you saying?
Wrong kid, Brad.
Broke. It hurts.
All right. Okay, let's retcon it.
No, keep
Regulus,
it.
No,
Why?
It's
No.
now.
we're not retconning that.
Charlie,
That
Charlie
happened.
had a Freudian slip. We'll call it that.
father.
Tuk-Tuk
She's
is
she's
going
got
towards
daddy
the
issues
store
in
and
general,
waiting.
So
That's why it's a Freudian slip.
He's going to go towards the store and wait for everyone to join him at the door.
okay, so before we do that, there is a back door to this place. So
Flanking maneuver. Good idea.
Yeah, so send someone around back. If you did do the apron thing, Regulus throws the muffin there. And then Regulus himself leaps off and lands on Dribbles if he
So I
can.
will remind you, this is a 3-story building
Oh God.
that you're on the roof of.
Roll that acrobatics check.
Yeah?
So what that means is you're falling about 30 feet.
Jesus.
You can roll acrobatics to reduce the effective distance you fall by 10 feet, but you are still going to be looking at some fall damage.
Okay, Regulus has the catfall feat, so he
Hey.
already treats it as 10 feet shorter.
Okay,
Look at you.
perfect. So that means you are falling 10 feet effectively, which means you're going to take 1d6 fall damage.
You don't
Makes
fuck up.
acrobatics.
I would
That is
I would have that damage if you were to fall into Charlie's apron.
bad news for Regulus. He's going for Dribbles.
Well, the other thing I will mention is that a creature that takes falling damage from while landing on another creature will also inflict the same damage on the creature that lands.
Don't you
Oh.
dare.
Oh,
Oh no.
bad news for Dribbles.
Okay.
Regulus, do not be proud. Just fall.
Do you hear yourself? Regulus got a 25 on the acrobatics check.
Well, that is a critical success.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I will say your minuscule weight is going to reduce that damage to the point where you and Dribbles both will take 1 point of non-lethal damage.
Sick.
Telling Regulus not to be proud is like telling a fish not to breathe water.
Do a flip. You from the other side of the building? No.
Charlie incredulously will take the muffin, bite into it, and
Whoa.
chuck it at Regulus.
Ooh. Shots
Proud
fired.
man.
Regulus will remember this.
And then she does one of those like "come at me, bro," like hits her chest kind of thing. Like, train it.
It's all friendly. Oh.
Yeah. What's really fun for me is watching everybody like spin out their theories on what's going on here because I know the answer. And it's,
Well, yeah, you know the answer. You're the DM.
I know, but it's just like it's funny because nobody has correctly guessed what is happening.
I'm not correctly guessing anything yet.
So I pick my teeth from the bran muffin, and I go, "All right,
It was lemon poppy
to
seed.
business." Okay, I picked
No, it
the
was
poppy
bran.
seed out of my teeth.
I thought it was lemon poppy seed.
I thought he bought a bran muffin.
That's right.
I think the first time he bought brand, and then the second time he did
boring
lemon
option
poppy.
possible.
Oh no, you're right.
Because father. That's why I thought I called him father in the bar last episode. But anywho, so she'll pick the poppy seed out of her teeth and be like, "All right, back to business. So, 2 exits, one here, one in the back. Who wants to be team backdoor and who wants to be full frontal?" Full frontal. And she says it with a serious face.
Right?
Yes.
Did it on purpose, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Suriel is gonna go to this. Is there a window anywhere near where Riley is?
Not really. If you
There
look at
shouldn't be.
yeah, there are windows along the front like walk area,
Yeah.
and then there are 2 along the back and 1 in the kitchen to like let daylight in.
Yeah.
But like those are all very situated on like the north-south axis of the building, so that like
Yeah.
they'll get the same amount of light in the morning and the evening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say out of character. I think Charlie, Regulus, and Vittoria are our crowd control, and they should go in the front door. And the other 2 should go around back if we're splitting up.
Uktuk's going in through the front door.
He's full frontal.
All right, who's team backdoor?
Suriel, most definitely.
I don't mind either. I think my concern be if we come barging into the front, people are going to be running into the back, and we're going to need a lot of power. We need to distribute our power effectively.
And find out powerful. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
definitely.
saying?
Like, as
Yeah,
in,
we need a couple people in the back.
Awesome for dribbles.
like, you're very like um on one fighting. I have more ranged attacks.
Sorry, I'll just copy on anyone who tries to come through the door. It's fine.
Regulus, I think, is more ranged attacks. So he'd be they would benefit more from I think the front, coming through the front.
Well,
You tell me.
Yeah, I think.
Well, with the front door, there's much greater openness of people bum rushing whoever walks in the front door than the back door.
Yeah.
Whereas the back door is fucking bartender dude and maybe the person in the kitchen.
And honestly, if we get the sneakiest people to the back door, we could probably sneak in and see if we can see anything first before bum rushing the front. To like really see who's standing where to try and dictate who's gonna go where if we do barge in the front door.
I just got a fabulous image in my head.
What?
Don't worry about it.
So Uktuk's role in this is to draw all the attention and be the meat shield. And so, like, he'll be front and center in the front door.
Okay.
I happen to have an idea.
Yeah.
It might save us a little bit of time and effort. Victoria could spitball in here. She could just throw a couple bombs in through the front door. Problem solved.
So I don't think we're trying to kill everyone inside.
Yes.
Right,
That
but
was never specified, though.
Well, Baron was very clear that don't kill anybody unless you have to, because dead people don't pay taxes.
That is our motto. Dead people don't pay taxes.
we just got a lot of arresting to do.
Yeah.
I will also just remind you that your average townsperson just has 6 hit points.
Could easily kill them in one hit.
So unless you got like some smoke grenades in there that we can just like throw in there and cause confusion.
Now
I
is the
have
time
some.
for Regulus's fear bombs.
I was gonna say Regulus has thunderstones
Oh.
I
And-
have.
and
Go ahead.
fear bombs.
I currently have 2 blind pepper tubes and 3 lesser smoke sticks. Smoke sticks are they cast thick opaque smoke in a burst centered on one corner of your space. Creatures within the area are concealed, and all creatures are concealed to them. So it depends on and then the blind pepper tube. Blind pepper tube is more like a single-use pacification device. It's hot peppers loaded into a sealed blowgun style tube. So we could take a couple of the lesser smoke sticks. We can throw them in through the front door. Or gin.
We can cause a hell of a lot of chaos. What kind of bombs do Vittoria got?
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Where's Simmery in this, James?
She is not here.
She went back to her now fully owned house. Well, fully owned.
Getting ready for a housewarming party.
Yeah. Just since there's like 5 of you, I'm just gonna say at this juncture, she is doing something else.
I want to do something while Cyril is in the back by herself she's just thinking about all the stuff she found, what she heard the people talking about. She's trying to put this together. Why wait until after curfew to let all of these people in? Not specifically how they got in, but why after curfew? Is there a possible role that she could make to try and figure this out? 'Cause she investigated, I'm gonna call him Balrag because my brain just cannot stop.
I started it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, roll me just a straight wisdom.
Mm. That's 10. God damn it.
Yeah, it's you feel like you're just missing one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. Like Regulus, when you're back there with Cyril, she's like tapping her foot on the ground, thinking really hard. She is trying to figure this out. And she is actually gonna tell Regulus now that he's down off the roof everything she found in Bulgar's house.
Also, since I just moved the token around on the map, Regulus is going round back
Yeah.
with dribbles.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Team back entrance. She's gonna tell Regulus everything she found in Bulgar's house, including the books, the lockbox, everything. Not leaving any details out because it could be important. He could help put two and two together. Even though I have a theory of my own and I don't want to say it in game. Although I messaged.
Cool. So I was method acting during that part and not paying much attention because Regulus doesn't know.
That is a great way to rationalize that. Good job.
Thuriel's gonna look at Regulus like, did you got all that right?
Oh, I just had a thought. Said there were like medals and documents from military. Did it say which military?
Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to ask.
Did
I dump.
I tell you what, to see if you remember that from
fuck shit.
briefly perusing the documents, be a straight intelligence.
Okay, it's a little better.
Oh no!
Hero point. I am using my hero point. Fuck that. That's a 20.
Oh, there we go.
He was in the infantry in the Chilaxian army.
Oh, okay.
Specifically, he was a sergeant.
So he was getting up there. Maybe one day he could have been further, but who knows what happened.
Yeah, who knows?
Does the Chilaxian military have much history with insurrections?
Right.
I mean, the whole ass Civil War.
I was gonna. There wouldn't be anything to tell us specifically what side he would have been on. Well, no, because I checked the papers.
Decide that one.
Yeah, well, the Civil War was like 80 years ago.
Yeah.
So, extremely unlikely he served in it.
Even though it was his name on the documents.
Yeah, so what else did I glean?
He would have served in the military more recently than that, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So other than, since I did look at those papers and glean as much as I could, what did I glean from them? Because I was supposed to ask this last session, but...
what other, what details are you looking for?
Well,
The details that'll help us figure out what's going on.
One of the bigger things is how long he served. Oh my god, it probably wouldn't say specifically who he served under, but oh my god, guys, what is the word I'm looking for?
Theater of combat.
I guess just like his history in the war. Like, what did I learn about him as? What did I learn about him in the war, or not the war, in the military?
Yeah, so it says, like I said, he served in the infantry.
Mm-hmm. Infantry.
He was in for 10 years
Bark, bark.
before receiving a discharge for medical reasons. It does not specify what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And his service was along the border garrisons with Multhun, where bandits and raiders would try to come over from time to time.
Hmm.
And he was given awards for valor multiple times, including for being injured in combat.
So he's. Okay.
Well, when I describe his appearance, he doesn't look like a very bright man, but he is
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a brick wall.
Yeah, like you could describe him as classically built like a brick shit house, like a human refrigerator. And he has a big warhammer under the counter.
Don't fuck with him unless you really have to.
Yeah, so like he's seen some action. He is a combat veteran.
Like, I know there's. There was something, and I wish I could somehow get Riley's attention, like, without having to go inside, of course. But you know.
Yeah, in the time that you've played or that you've been planning out your ingress here, he is Piano Man has ended, and it's now Don't Stop Believin'.
Of course, it's don't stop believing.
Oh man.
What's going on with Team Full Frontal?
So we gonna throw in a few things first before kicking the door in?
I think we're trying to assess what Victoria has on hand in terms of things that maybe she could throw in. So just kind of getting a sense of what she's got.
Honestly, I don't think I have anything. I just forgot to make some bombs before joining you guys.
Well, I mean, you can have not made any with the alchemist's alchemy stuff. You can just reserve your, what do you call them, alchemical reagents for quick alchemy, which means you make stuff on the fly as you need it.
Right. That's a thing.
Yeah, doing it that way, one reagent makes one item with one action. So anything you know how to make, you can just pop out as needed. Drawback to doing it that way is you have to make it and then use it, because when your next turn starts, it becomes inert.
Okay, so she can't set up a couple in advance.
Yeah, that's the trade-off for whether you make stuff at the beginning of the day with advanced alchemy or make it when you need it with quick alchemy.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's not all one or the other. The start of each day, you can decide, like, I want to spend 3 making this, and then reserve 2 for emergencies. Like, but yeah, if you didn't prepare any this morning, it would be the safe assumption that all of your reagents are available for quick alchemy.
Oh, I gotcha. I think I have. How many reagents do I actually have?
It should be your intelligence modifier plus your level, if I remember correctly. I am going to pull up.
Oh, 5. I would have 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you got.
Question, James. For Needle of Vengeance, it says a long jagged needle jabs into the target foe's psyche whenever it tries to attack a specifically forbidden creature. Name yourself or one of your allies. Do I need to do that when I'm looking at the person, or can I do it in a, like, not, like out here in advance?
When you cast the spell, you name yourself or one ally that is the object of the spell for its duration.
So do I have to? I guess my question is, do I have to pick a specific foe?
Yeah. You target one enemy and then one ally, and that is fixed for the duration of the spell.
It says name myself or one of my allies. It doesn't say both. So, so I would name myself as the person who, if somebody tries to hit me or target me, they take the damage.
Yeah, only the one person who is the target of the spell.
Okay, so, but I don't have to see them. I just can, with knowing what they look like, and be like, if this Yutz tries to hit me, he's gonna get a needle jabbed into his psyche.
Yeah, so for this kind of spell, because it's a range 30 feet, normally close range spells require a line of sight.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
I want to make a perception check. I know it's probably going to be really hard. And I just want to see if I can see any little detail of what the people inside are wearing. Because that will definitely help determine maybe what's going on in here.
I mean, Charlie saw them. You can just ask
Yeah.
her.
Oh, fuck, right. I forgot.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm like, why are they going to the back already? Like we gotta
haven't talked yet.
Yeah.
They're walking.
Yes, we
away,
have.
and Charlie's just like, but we didn't make a plan yet.
Like, son of a bitch.
Serial turns around quickly and comes back like, shit, fuck.
All right. So here's my thought. So I can give somebody some of my they fucking called
thingamajiggy whatchamacallits?
lesser smoke sticks, and so they can use that when going through the before you barge through the front door. Throw a couple of those suckers in, barge in. I can go whoever team backdoor, because I have a spell called command, and just knowing, so listening to Serial talking, this guy's, and I know by seeing Bogart that he's big, built like a brick shit house. So if I can command him to drop prone, because my assumption is he's the head honcho of this kind of thing. So if he drops prone, everyone else is going to stop what they're doing and not try to fight us. That makes sense.
If that is what this is about.
Yeah, that also relies on the spell working, which
he
gets a save. It is also important to note that only lasts for 1 round.
And I cast Cackle, though.
That applies to focus spells, does it not?
Yeah. Command is not a hex.
Nope.
Says I sustain a spell.
Yeah, so that is a spell with a duration of sustained, like Needle of Vengeance says sustained up to 1 minute.
I was thinking first edition.
Yeah, so was I. So what Cackle does is it allows you for the round you use it to sustain a spell as a free action instead of spending an action to sustain the spell.
Right. So I would shout. Okay, so I shout a command, and if he's, if he has a failure, he must use a single action to do as at command, or if he critically fails, he must use all his actions to obey my command. So duration until the end of the target's next turn.
Mhm.
So it just depends on initiative.
Well, it's regardless of where you two are in relation to each other in the initiative order. The next time he acts, he'll use either one or all of his actions to do that thing, and then returns to normal. So he could, in theory, use one action to lay down, then use his remaining two
And the
actions
other two
to stand up and like throw a glass
Fling.
at you or something.
Yeah. Could you explain what Steven saw, what the people looked like? Because I have forgotten. Jess?
So Stephen got tell that there was 21 pairs of shoes, including the bartender, the cook, and the 2 waitresses. So in total, there were 16 customers when before we left 2 hours ago, there was
12.
12.
Well, 12 including the 5 of you.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
correct. I think then it
Yeah,
was
so it went from 7
8.
to 16.
So it doubled between when we left and now. So I didn't ask Steven to look at faces. I just asked him to count feet and then kind of like what was kind of the rowdy, like what was the occasion for the rowdiness. And then we got the Piano Man karaoke info.
And being quite drunk.
Yeah, it's not like a specific event. It's just like a general
Midnight
late
party.
night bar crowd. Like they're just drunk and blowing off steam.
So basically, I think he's breaking the rules, period. We go in, everyone get on the ground, and we're arresting people because he broke the rules, period. End of story. So it's just basically us going in there and catching them off guard.
Yes.
Here.
Good plan.
After hearing that, Serial really just cannot put 2 and 2 together. She's very upset because she knows she feels like she's missing something. And I hate you, James. I hate you so much. Stop.
Come here, Serial, please.
Serial's gonna kind of move a bit closer to Charlie. She's very clearly frustrated.
What weapon will you have out when we go in there?
She's her short sword.
Right, I'm gonna cast magic weapon on it.
God, thank you.
So the duration's 1 minute. It's a +1 striking weapon, gaining a +1 bonus to attack rolls, and increasing the number of weapon damage dice to 2.
You can kill people.
Yeah, that's the striking rune is the increase in damage dice, and then the +1 is to your attack rolls.
And I'm going to cast mage armor on myself because
a corner.
I'm not going down like I did in the alley the last time. So I get a +1 item bonus to AC and my dexterity modifier +5. And while wearing mage armor, you use your unarmored proficiency to calculate my AC. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm set to go in. Serial's weapon is set.
You just see her like kind of jog, run around the corner. She's a little bit more excited now that her weapon is magical, but that's
Charlie gives a peace out symbol to Serial. And in that case, I'm going to be Team Frontal.
And in the case of that spell, 1 minute translates to 10 rounds in combat.
Yeah.
I am going to say conservatively, if Suriel is running, it'll take 2 rounds to get around the building.
Okay. She's definitely going to have her sword at the ready. Kind of like a samurai getting ready to slice people.
Yeah. Any
I'm
other
gonna-
last preparations before we begin?
Uktuk takes
gonna
out
pull-
his mace.
My
Oh.
left hand, I'm gonna hold my wand. I'm so sorry to cut you off. Sorry, go ahead.
Regulus loads his gun.
Loads gun with religious intent.
Holy music stops.
Left
Doom
hand, I'm
music
gonna
starts.
hold. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was making a joke.
Oh, all right. Magic wand, shocking grasp in the left hand. I'm holding 2 lesser smoke sticks in my right hand.
Okay. Just to keep everyone honest, that means you do not have a free hand for somatic components.
Mm,
I
no magic,
don't
so
have a
correct.
thing that uses somatic components, so
Yes.
All right. Well, then
Talking
I'll have
Charlie.
the smoke sticks in my belt.
Okay. Yeah.
They're ready.
In my teeth.
well, okay, I lied. I have one thing, but I won't use it.
Vittoria?
And then little bombs that I can make on the fly. I also have my flintlock pistol at the ready.
How did I not know you have a gun? Are you proficient with guns?
Maybe you are.
Guns are just simple or martial weapons. I believe a flintlock pistol is a simple weapon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's trained.
I thought you need special proficiency with firearms,
Well,
unless you're a gunslinger.
the good news
Nope.
and bad news to that is we have plenty of time to look that up because this is where I have to cut it.
Yeah, it's a good spot to cut it.
Yeah, before the action starts.
Then we get right to the fun stuff next time.
It's a Dewey.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, if you hated me before, wait until you have to wait 2 weeks to get the resolution.
Wait 2 weeks for everyone to just put their hands up and go quietly.
Anticlimactic.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I already have a plan in the back of my head, so it's fine. But hopefully I won't forget that plan by the time 2 weeks rolls around.
it down.
Hopes,
We'll write it
Uktuk
down.
hopes they resist.
I write down everything. I and then if I think of something, I'll between now and next time I play, I always hey, what about this? Write it down.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm writing down exactly what my plan is.
Regulus intends to sneak in there and throw a fear bomb at the back of the bartender's head.
Nice.
All right, so who's at the front with me?
Uktuk. He will be ready to kick down the door and start yelling at people to get on the ground.
Okay. And
That
then
will
the
be
back,
our signal around back to go in. Hopefully we hear it.
the back door is Suriel.
Regulus and Possum.
Ulysses.
Damn it, I said it wrong.
Officer.
Officer.
Officer Dribbles. The best
And
of
then where is Toria?
I'm in full frontal.
Frontal? Okay.
What are we gonna name this episode?
The title I have on the what do you call it, folder is Full Frontal Assault.
Nice.
But that's not what we're doing.
They're children.
The other one I had was maybe Did You Just Call Me Father?
Yeah.
Alright, that's the one
God.
response.
I have to sit there and wait for
You waited for a hot minute. You're like, wait.
Wait, what?
What
You
what
go
episode
look
is
at
this?
footprints, and I was like,
I
I
see
want to
nothing.
respond to what was said to me.
I don't care about anything else. Did you just call
Then
me?
you're gonna throw a muffin at Charlie because fuck her.
Oh my god, Charlie is going to be injured because of that muffin thing. I don't know when or how, but it's going to result in hit point loss.
Charlie just sees the Telltale Stories things pops up. Regulus will remember this.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah, I heard them say that at the time, and
I was probably zoned out.
I heard
Yeah.
too, and I go, and that's when I did the slap your chest with your hands, and then like your hands are extended, like bring it, like one of
Bring
those.
I have been thinking really hard, like trying to think in character what Suriel would think of the situation. How the fuck they got in there, other than Regulus not noticing because he. But
Well, I mean, you
stop
you
laughing,
have
James.
without a doubt know that no one else came in
Through the front
with your
door.
net. Oh,
I didn't get to check.
That's a
the
good
back door.
point.
Yeah.
Did he scale all of the whole perimeter? Did he
Yeah.
just sit at the front?
I'm still thinking about the muffin. I cannot wait for Regulus to be like on Overwatch, sitting there and like someone sneaking up behind Charlie, and he's like,
I'm just
not
gonna watch it
shooting.
happen.
Like,
I'm gonna wait a bit till after the stab happens.
knows-
Now I
Charlie, watch
shoot.
out.
And by
She
then, the
knows
rest
what
of
she
you will
did.
probably have forgotten, and I'll be like, "This is about the muffin."
and that's what makes for the best storytelling.
This
And
is
Muffin
for
shall
the
be
muffin.
avenged.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
this was because
so
of
the
Muffin.
gun thing, it is a simple for proficiency. I guess the better question would be, since it is an uncommon item, we would we can discuss how and why you might have that.
Other than raiding pirate ships.
Yeah, but that can be offline. We can cut record now.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I cut record
Stop
like 3 months
recording.
ago.
We're good. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is episode 4 now.
The Shackles region, I think it's called, has guns, so
See,
that's
so
piratey.
I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, what in the fuck? Why? How? And then I was like, I messaged Jess in DMs like, wait, he had a book in Aoma Day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Then I said, yeah, even James said he's a follower of Iomade.
Yeah.
My brain started ticking, and I was like, while it's not necessarily something that could be true, it was like, this could be a congregation of worshippers of Iomade, especially after the whole riot we caused in the middle of the fucking city.
But there's
Yeah,
already
the
a
Glorious
church.
Reclamation is under
There-
Yomade.
There's a church
Mhm.
to Iomade though in this town, so
Yeah, but they can't be there currently.
why not?
Did we close it?
So the question is he a sympathizer to the
Oh my god.
I don't know what you
Yeah.
want to call it.
Okay, but seriously, why not? Is there information that grapes don't know about?
Like, mm-hmm.
Why not? What?
Okay, cool.
Oh, do you
Why
mean
not
like you
what?
specifically, not?
That grapes doesn't know about.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Oak
Okay,
Great.
there's nothing that the other players know that you don't. There are
Okay.
things that none of the players, including you, don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to
This
be
is
clear
just-
about, like, I'm not holding information. I'm not withholding from you specifically.
Okay, because like
Me just
because
putting
like
information-
that sentence is like they can't go there. I'm like, why not? There's something I should know.
I mean, like I said, just because the whole riot we caused that you guys weren't there for, and
Yeah.
specifically Vittoria and Uktuk weren't there for,
You
they
know,
might be trying to be a little bit more careful
My
with.
favorite
Well,
thing
I
about
mean,
that riot is that
according to the conversation I had with James the other day, there's nothing illegal about listening to that.
I'm not saying it's illegal. What I'm saying is that things are a bit tense when it comes to possibly being more open because we fuck some shit up.
yeah, my favorite thing about that riot is that every one of us thinks we're responsible for it, like primarily.
I think we all, in some capacity.
Were. I'm going to say this right now. If Suriel didn't steal the helmet, I don't think the riot would have happened the way it did. I still feel like a riot would have happened, but not them turning against the priestess.
I feel like a gunshot is a good way to kick off some violence.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I could definitely see Regulus popping a shot off, and then that's when everything started.
Yeah. Like, it was already tense when...
So yeah, see, we all think we're primarily responsible.
Yeah, when the people realize that the helmet isn't even there, what they were trying to prove to us might not even exist. So,
What's that?
they were trying to prove that the Angel Knight does exist. But since I, being Suriel, stole the helmet of the Angel Knight, the
Right.
priestess couldn't prove anything.
Oh, to the public.
Yeah, couldn't prove it to the public.
Well, unless like Riley over there starts telling everyone that he's seen the Angel Knight.
I mean, he's been making songs, but he's a bard, so no one's really gonna believe him.
What are you talking about? People believe bards all the time.
Yeah, but this is Riley we're talking.
I mean, the question would be, is he considered a charlatan
Yeah.
at that point?
I mean, like,
So,
not everyone knows Riley like you guys do.
so that time when I was method acting Regulus, not knowing what was going on, I was writing down some of my character seeds on little slips of paper. So now, if the time comes, I can just pull one out of a hat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But
Like,
yeah,
what?
I'm just-
So, like, what did you write down on us? I kind of cheat out for a second. What did you write down on a piece of paper?
I've got 9 slips of paper that say things like Pixie Starlet Span Magus, or Angry Teenager Bard, or Leshy Druid with a Leshy Familiar and Arboreal Sapling.
Oh, I see what you're. Okay.
Okay, I gotcha. I got confused for a second. I'm like,
I call them
I
character
honestly thought when you
seeds 'cause
said-
they're not characters, but they're like a good
Or
starting spot.
ideas for characters.
okay. I literally thought when you said the pixie one first, I thought you were talking about like Manic Pixie Dream Girl or something like that. By me, yeah.
But yeah,
It's midnight.
I'm just theorizing of the many things that could be going on here, other than them just wanting to break the law and try and get away with it. And I hate that you laugh every fucking time, Jay.
Yeah, see, that's the one that Schlessel is leaning to. Regulus is a paranoid weirdo, and he's like, this is a rebellion. Schlessel is like, the bars just open late, and they snuck people in.
Yeah.
I laugh every time you talk about breaking the laws just because we have established that Regulus, as a father figure, also very law-abiding. So what that means is indirectly, anytime you think about breaking the law, you might as well just be saying, I dare you to spank me, Daddy.
You're disrespecting
No, I
your
don't-
father.
I don't think that's.
That's just my thought process. I'm not saying that's what's actually happening.
Does
And
everything
now I
have to
have
be
to-
sexual? Jesus.
Now I
fucking
have to say
Christ.
that
No.
end game
No,
to
in
somebody.
in this scenario, he is a father figure like you.
Literally.
It's
Yeah,
Dad,
but
It just
I-
sounds
it's
sexual
this
on
group
purpose.
of people saying that it's going to be sexual.
I mean, mean, you're
Well-
not
well,
wrong.
and that's exactly like when Charlie fought Zifra at the campground, and Serial came to scold me, and then Regulus came up and you said something, but all I remember saying is, "Forgive me, Father, for I have
I have
sinned."
sinned.
And like again, another reason I said Father, forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, because I'm like, I've said this before to him.
Regulus just pulled that one out of his brain manually and threw it in the trash. Burned it in a fucking fire.
Yeah,
I
if he
went
just
all
pushes
Catholic
on
roots on
both of his
him.
eyes really hard for 6 seconds, it reboots his brain.
No, those are flesh eyes. It would just hurt. He'd poke holes in his own eyes. He's got little
Yeah,
metal
exactly. It resets his brain because of the pain.
Yeah.
I
Eyes
just
can
got like
do
a
two
flashback
things.
of like Ren and Stimpy, like, jabbing crap in their eyes. I don't know why, just
little metal thumbs.
Now I'm gonna be up all night theorizing what the fuck. Of course.
I
quick
mean,
question.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like you personally were thinking too much of it, when like all that thinking could have been.
90% of how
But my thought is like we could be thinking about this after we arrest them,
Mm-hmm.
It's
because
very
a
fair.
lot of that is like we should be making plans on how to arrest these guys, and then
Also-
afterwards we can theorize why they do what they're doing.
Like I
It's in
said,
the last episode, again, Charlie doesn't know this, but in the last episode, I don't know if it was Rosalago or the Archbaron said something like, put him in like in those, what you call it,